Good morning. We've talked about seller concessions, escalations, and appraisal guarantees as agents, but we've never really shown a solid visual representation of what that could look like and how we can share that with our clients. So let's put something together. We're going to give kind of three scenarios: what happens when it comes in over, at, and under, and very under. So we're kind of, I guess it's going to be four. So let's use a simple number. Let's use $100,000 offer price. Okay. Let's say we guaranteed $10,000, and let's say it came in at $115,000. Okay. What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing visually on the screen anyway. What did happen is you came in $15,000 over your offer price, which means you came in with equity. That's awesome. That's what everybody wants to do. That's a best case scenario. And even though you earned a $10,000 guarantee to make sure your offer stood out, you didn't actually have to use it. So again, that's really great. In this situation, you go on by paying your down payment and your closing fees just as you would per usual. And that's usually 2 to 5% of the total purchase price. And then whatever your down payment is could be I guess it could be 100% too, but typically it's 3 to 20%. And this sell will trigger what it's like when it's 3 plus the 20, so 23%. This sell will add this plus what guarantee is necessary. The whole point of these is to illustrate how much cash you will actually need in the event you do need an appraisal guarantee. That visual representation can be very helpful for clients because this can be kind of an abstract thought, probably one of the hardest things to understand for most buyers and sellers who've never dealt with this consistently. So going back to the scenario. So we came in at 115. That was great. It worked out well. Let's see what happens at 105. I know a lot of you already know. Nothing happened. Just a $5,000 equity situation. Again, let's try it at value. What happens? Nothing happens. So at value or above, a guarantee is not anything but lip service. So if you know you're offering appropriately on a home, you may be able to both win the deal for your client and also, save them money if you know it's going to come, if the appraisal has a high chance of coming in over your asking price. So given the fact that we're not seeing a lot of that, let's say it came in at 97,000. Okay. 97,000. What happens then? Looks like I have a sell thing. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Fell out. There's this guy right here. I need D2. Sorry about that. I moved a cell and it kind of screwed some things up, but it's back to fixed. So if it came in at 97, we're 3K light. That's the difference. The lender is still willing to lend at the appraised value. So it will only lend on the 97, not the 100. So cash needed to make up the low appraisal will actually be 3,000. So the cash needed to make up the low appraisal would be 3,000. And based on that, the guarantee based cash required would also be 3,000. I know that sounds kind of redundant, but there's a difference, and you may see that in one of the future examples. But my point here is you're gonna have to, of the $10,000 guarantee, you need to make up $3,000 of that. So whatever you're going to get you're going to get a loan for 97,000. Well, quote unquote 97,000 plus whatever your down payment is, and it's going to take another $3,000 in cash. So let's say you did the 3% and the 20%. Should be this amount right here, the 22,000 off of the 97, and then you're going to need that extra 3,000, which is going to put you at 25,000. So I guess just for kind of curiosity, it would be this times. This would be the offer price would still be that, right? Oh, here we go. I meant divided by. Cool. So 25%. Most of you probably did that in your head. Good job. So 25 and a third. That's how much down payment you ended up using to make this happen. So it's all how you look at it. But let's show another example. Moving on to, what do you say? Let's do the full 90,000. Say it came in 10K light. This is how it changes things. Ironically, the loan amount came in at 90, right? So you still have your 23% and you add your 30. So it only went up about 6%. So it's not really a big difference. I mean, some people, it went up 5K in actual net costs versus the 25. Remember, if we go back, so look, isn't that interesting? So 25.3, and that was when it came in higher. And now that it came in $7,000 lighter, our loan went down, but our total guarantee went up. So it wasn't like a huge $7,000 increase. It was a fraction of that because your loan cost also went down because you got the property for less. So I think that's very noteworthy. Additionally, let's say it came in just stupid low. Let's say 75,000. Okay. What happens? Let's see. So the difference is 25,000. The lender's only going to lend on 75. Oh, this actually got off. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. The guarantee. Yep. This is correct. The cash needed to make up the low appraisal would be 25,000, but this would actually only be, that's right. You missed the cell here. So it's going to be D4, 10,000. So look at that. So 17,000 and 27,000. So if we go back, that's the difference. Well, actually, I'd have to go back a couple, but it ends up being 27,000 with the cash guarantee of 10K, and you're almost back to it. So it kind of worked out. If that was the house you really wanted, obviously you still quote unquote overpaid on the property, but at the end of the day, you got the one you wanted. You got it for less than what you wanted to pay for it. The objective market indicators did say that it was worth less, but with you kind of betting on it being worth less, you still got the property you wanted. You did spend extra cash, but you got it done in a very hard market. So those are things worth noting, and I hope that helped.